morning guys, how are we all doing? So Dan from Trading with Dan here. This is our Bitcoin morning update. So if you guys wouldn't mind smashing that like button, and we shall go straight over to the chart. So yeah, Bitcoin on the 4 hour. As you can see, we have ran into this area of resistance that we've had drawn in, and yeah, I mean you can clearly see Bitcoin having a bit of a struggle up here, and also we hit the 4 hour 9. This is flipped to a 1, but it was printed as a 4 hour 9 when we were towards the highs of this candle. So yeah, 4 hour 9 on the 4 hour 9 on TD sequential at resistance after a move up, so it's going to go one of either two ways, up or down. So that is very useful for you guys. But yeah, so yeah, we are up here. So I mean, very simply, trading above these highs. So I mean, we could just call it for ease 53,000. If we get above 53,000, about $1,000 higher than we are now, which is nothing for Bitcoin at the moment, then we will most likely be on our merry way towards 58. Maybe we'll get a pump up, back test, and then a pump up, but that will likely to be the case. Or if we, I mean, this is the area of confluence roughly around here, around 51,000. So we could really probably call it 51,000. If we get below 51,000, then well, potentially looking at a move. You could say to backtest this trend line, but I think it would be a bit more of aggressive move down, potentially even down to 48, maybe even all the way down to this level here. But I would probably call around 48 as our first port of call, and then yeah, then assess the market at that point. So yeah, Bitcoin at resistance, looking like it's well, getting resisted basically. So yeah, we're gonna have to see how this all transpires. Over to Ethereum Bitcoin, as you can see, it ran into a 4 hour 9 by 9, which held up the price and then has subsequently rallied. But we can see what I was looking at this earlier this morning, and I was looking at what was pretty much when it was basically when the price was around here. I was looking at this downward sloping trend line, and thinking, well, if we break above here, price action was literally about here when I was looking at it, which we have broken above now. If we've broken above, then yeah, I mean, we could potentially see continuation and well, hopefully go bullish again. So I'll just delete that now. But yeah, you can see we did break that trend line. We broke this horizontal. We are incoming on this horizontal, which is obviously, you can see, a bit more of an efficacious horizontal. This area roughly been tested quite a few times. So yeah, get back above here, and then most importantly above this level, then I think we will be in the clear, and then potentially even making our way all the way up to here, which will be a big move from the level now. It's a ridiculous move. It's a 45% increase in basically the value of Ethereum versus Bitcoin. So all things being equal, if Bitcoin stayed here at 52k, that would obviously equal, well, roughly speaking, another $800 on the price of Ethereum. So that would put us basically at around 2,700 Ethereum. Ethereum. So that's obviously all things being equal. This is probably almost definitely not going to happen without an actual increase in the price of Bitcoin also. So you'd have to obviously factor a 45% increase on top of the whatever the Bitcoin price is as well. A 45% increase on top of what the percentage Bitcoin increase is also. That's it. So yeah, but that's just a bit of Moonboy Hopium there. We have got to get above this level. We've got to get above this level, and then obviously start to get moving. Obviously, this high here will be an important level. I mean, bit preempting drawing it in, but we'll draw it in. So this taking out that high will obviously be important too. But yeah, things are clearly looking better. Clearly looking better than we were. It was looking problematic. We did take out this low. We actually came down to test pretty much, well, as near as you like, perfectly the bottom side of this trend line that we've got drawn. If we go to the daily, you can see what that is. Yeah, tested it. Obviously, this is an initial bounce. This is a larger time frame chart. So, I mean, this little bounce could easily be sold into when we take this level out. But we're going to keep our fingers and toes crossed and hope this is an efficacious bounce of this. As we basically had a breakout, a back test, and now we're bouncing the big move up. Can this be the paycheck trade up to the top of here? hopefully. So yeah, that's the Ethereum Bitcoin dominance as well is obviously going to be reflecting something relatively similar. As you can see, this is on a daily. If we go to a 4-hour, as you can see, coming down, it also topped on a 4-hour 9 pretty much, and yeah, coming down, taking out this important horizontal. So we are looking at a move to hopefully try and take, well, we can call it basically 60%, can't we? Take out 60%, and then we'll be looking for some a lot of downside in this, potentially down to its downward trend line that we've been talking about around, well, probably will be around 50% by the time we get there. So yeah, DXY, let me just get this this chart sorted a bit. Yeah, DXY, as you can see, it yeah, I mean, it also topped on the roughly on the 4-hour 9. You can see 4-hour 9s, 4-hour 9s. You can just see how prominent they are. But yeah, that roughly topped up there and is now coming down. It is at a horizontal level. You can see here, we've not got it drawn in, but a relatively important horizontal level. So yeah, trying to take that out. And then yeah, this should just continue on downwards. If it does, maybe we will print head and shoulders with a projected target. Obviously, I believe, yeah, that's what we've drawn here. Projected target down to basically sub 90. So yes, that is that. So right, back to Bitcoin. Back to Bitcoin. Let's see what is. It's actually no surprise, obviously, seeing the altcoins getting a bit of a move here, because obviously when Bitcoin was moving up here, it was pretty obvious Bitcoin was pretty obvious Bitcoin was just going to keep on going. Now it is not so obvious Bitcoin's going to keep on going, and there's obviously the possibility of sideways down or actually keeping on going, but obviously not as high a likelihood of just keeping on going like we had at this point. So obviously their money is then potentially coming out of Bitcoin into altcoins to look for some gains. But yeah, stochastics, how are they looking? How are they looking for a break of this resistance now? As you can see, 4 hours looking to turn down, so this could weigh on this price and keep us at least trading sideways. Remember what I say about stochastics in obviously an upward trending market. The downward slopes are more to look for consolidation and taking profits rather than actually indicating a reversal in the trend. 10 hours obviously looking toppy, as you can see, is quite high up. 12 hours just staying up there. Daily staying up there. 2 days looking good but slightly sloping. 5 day looking very good. Weekly looking good. This has turned back up, and obviously monthly looking good. So yeah, I mean, my guess from this, we obviously have traded sideways for a bit, but again, my guess is sideways, maybe wicks up below, up big above, wicks up, wicks down below, before we then ultimately do make a decision. Hanging around under this, well, we can call it 52, hanging around under 52 will potentially turn down these 10-hour and 12-hour stochastics, which then could actually then get us moving towards back testing some lower levels. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. But yeah, that is pretty much it for this morning. Thank you for listening. Remember, this is not a financial advice. We're not a financial advisor. Always do your own research, and I shall speak to you guys later on today.